Aryan Khan has been behind bars for 20 days now and will have to spend another night in jail. Why? Because the bail hearing has been adjourned yet again today at the Bombay High Court. Tomorrow, the Narcotics Control Bureau will present its side of the arguments, seeking extension of Aryan's custody. Now, just to tell you that today in the court, Team Aryan once again raised the issue of admissibility of the WhatsApp conversations in investigation. Aryan Khan was represented by a team of lawyers and some of the top advocates, even former Attorney General of India, Mukul Rohatgi, arguing that Aryan has been in jail just because of the WhatsApp conversation. Moreover, he said that the Narcotics Control Bureau misled the Team Aryan on whether they had in the first place alleged that the chats have been tampered with.
See, it is the case of the NCB itself that in the Panchnama filed by them, in which Mr. Kiran Goswami is a Pancha and the second number Pancha is Mr. Bhanushali. The Panchnama itself is clearly stating the fact that nothing incriminating substance was found from the personal possession of Ms. Munmun Dameja, and they were suspicious on Ms. Soumya Singh as well as Munmun Dameja, and when the other woman's personal luggage and baggage was searched, some incriminating substance were found, which are rolling papers and some pads. So it is their own case. So I would only say, which I am stating since day one, that they have unnecessarily, unwarrantedly and unjustifiably arrested Ms. Munmun Dameja at the present case.
Remember, the clock is ticking for Aryan Khan. 20 days already. The charge mainly that there are WhatsApp conversations that are going to lead to a bigger conspiracy that the Narcotics Control Bureau want to talk about. On your screen now, what were the arguments by Team Aryan? No chats to support conspiracy theory is what the top lawyers representing Aryan Khan have said. Importantly, adding that there have been the Narcotics Bureau with regard to WhatsApp chats being focused is misleading because chats more in media than in court records. The fact that the admissibility of chats will also be questioned by the team representing Aryan Khan. Importantly, just to add here, that the arrest memo did not give a true picture. The fact they've also again reiterated that the phone of Aryan Khan was not legally seized and therefore even the WhatsApp conversation allegation does not exactly hold. Remember, at this point, there have been Satish Manishinde, Amit Desai, former Attorney General of India, Mukul Rohatgi, the latest entrant in the battery of lawyers representing Aryan Khan legally. So, of course, Shah Rukh Khan ensuring all possible stops at his disposal to come to the rescue of Aryan Khan, at least with the legal recourse, and opting for as best lawyers as possible. Let's go on the ground now because Sahil Joshi has been tracking all the latest since morning. Sahil, now the hearing has been postponed for today, adjourned for tomorrow. What precisely was the top argument today that they are pushing that the bail needs to come for Aryan?
So today we can say that the arguments from the accused side is finally over. They have made their initial remarks, and tomorrow Additional Solicitor General Anil Singh from Narcotics Control Bureau side will be arguing for at least 1 hour. There may be some rejoinders during his argument because he will be coming up with some more points during his putting NCB's side of the story. But the main points in the arguments, the common arguments, what I can say is about how all the three accused are not linked to each other. Arbaz and Aryan both came together. But what was found on Arbaz, Aryan had no idea about it. It is what the argument was trying to be made by the Aryan's lawyer, Mukul Rohatgi, in the court. So basically their basic argument is that all three of them were actually booked for consumption, for which the maximum sentence is 1 year. And for that, keep them in the custody for so long is not right. Secondly, the angle of conspiracy cannot be established because none of them knew each other before they were arrested by Narcotics Control Bureau. So that's why the conspiracy angle also does not come forward. And most importantly, on the WhatsApp chats, it was time again. It was brought to the notice of the court that how the WhatsApp chats are not admissible as an evidence on the basis of which two courts, lower courts, magistrate and the sessions court, denied bail to the accused. Vidya was inside the court. Yes. So let's try and understand what were the basic arguments from all the three accused. Vidya, as I was mentioning about the WhatsApp chats, again, the question of WhatsApp chats have come forward. Finally, most of the accused since last 1 year who have been arrested on the basis of WhatsApp chats finally had to get bail from the High Court. They could not get bail from the lower courts because stringent sections were put on them. In this case, even though 27A, that is harboring the financing the drug cartel, is not applied, the section 29 of the conspiracy angle has been applied here.
Section 27A is applied.
27A has been applied now for the case, not to the individual accused. So that is the reason why. What was the argument from these people's side, and you think that the High Court has listened to it?
Well, if you look at this, the defense has been saying that they are already handicapped by the fact that every time there is a bail hearing, the prosecution comes up with the entire WhatsApp chats and shows it exclusively to the judge. The judge looks at it and tries to, tells everyone that this is serious and that is why it needs investigation. So certainly that aspect has been, the defense tried to make a ground saying very clearly that, even if they show you the WhatsApp chat, they're trying to tell the judge that they are going to show you the WhatsApp chats. So be prepared for it. But what we are saying should be held in mind before you look at those WhatsApp chats. One, that these WhatsApp chats have nothing to do with the entire Cruz case, because these WhatsApp chats
Are they part of the court records?
So that's one. They are not part of court record as yet because they are with the investigating agency. It's the prerogative of the investigating agency which comes up with the WhatsApp chat, shows it to the judge and takes it back. So it's not. It will be part of charge sheet when the charge sheet is ultimately filed in a case. But right now it is a prerogative that they have, and that's the reason why the defense knows that they will try to, again the NCB will try to influence the judge by showing those WhatsApp chats. So the ground that they tried to make beforehand was trying to tell the judge that, boss, they will show you WhatsApp chat, but the ground is that these are WhatsApp chats are 1 year old, almost 12 to 14 months is what they are specifically saying. Especially if you remember with regards to Achit, they are both, their defense is saying that yes, they were chatting, but there is no chat with regards to drugs per se, for the simple reason that they had been playing online poker, and that Aryan actually had won some bit, Achit had lost, and that money was to be paid. So that is the transaction amount that
what
they are
you and
talking
Vidya
about.
have been telling us, yes, how the WhatsApp conversations have been given so much prominence, and eventually their admissibility, or if there was no drugs found in the first place, could pave way eventually for his bail. Sahil and Vidya have been tracking the latest on that. Will be there outside the Bombay High Court tomorrow as well. Now, importantly, remember, clock is ticking for Aryan Khan. Why? Take a look at this graphics. Remember, for now, for at least 3 days, the hearing that continues. Now, time will be of ultimate essence. Team Aryan will have only 2 more working days, Thursday and Friday, to ensure that if at all Aryan Khan manages to get bail, because after that, after 2 days, court win. We close one for weekend holiday, but then after that, next week, remember, is the festival of Diwali. And what we are being told is likely from November 1st, court could be shut till 12th of November. And then adding to that, November 13th and 14th are also weekend. So court will be possibly shut for a total of at least 14 to 15 days after Friday. So at the earliest, Aryan bail plea hearing could then be next heard for November 15th if he does not get the bail on Friday. So what are the big questions that we are putting forth today with the Team Aryan case, and the defense today and tomorrow will be the Narcotics Control Bureau putting forth and pushing for the custody. Has Team Aryan managed to corner the Narcotics Bureau in court with the stronger arguments by former AG Mukul Rohatgi? Question number 2. Has Wankere's storm heightened possibly the bail chances? Remember the personal attacks that have come against him. Will the High Court judge decide Aryan's bail by Friday, the important day? Question 4. Are Netas versus Narcos war an argument that could favor Aryan Khan, but of course which many are alleging and calling it a conspiracy? Is Aryan Khan a hostage really to a bigger game of dirt that we do not at this point know much about? Now, interestingly, this case is not just about Aryan Khan or the lawyers or the Narcotics Control Bureau. There are other individuals also who have been roped in with their share of controversies. And now, what has happened is that one of the managers, Pooja Dadlani, has now been accusing the anti-drug agency of allegedly influencing witnesses. And the anti-drug agency, in fact, has in turn said that it is Shah Rukh Khan's manager, Pooja Dadlani, that is attempting tampering of evidence influencing witnesses, and all of that has come only after, remember, Kiran Gosavi, who was seen clicking that selfie, met Shah Rukh's manager allegedly to extort money to get Aryan Khan released.
Witnesses are being influenced. The investigation is being hampered. Shah Rukh's team is meddling with the probe. This is the charge the Narcotics Control Bureau has leveled in its affidavit in the High Court while opposing Aryan Khan's bail plea. The NCB, for the first time in its written statement to the court, has named Shah Rukh Khan's Woman Friday his manager, Pooja Dadlani. Pooja Dadlani had been spotted at every court hearing and at Mannat, Shah Rukh Khan's home, time and again since Aryan Khan's arrest. And the NCB alleges that she's been busy influencing witnesses. Here's what the Narcotics Control Bureau affidavit states. Quote, Pooja Dadlani appears to have influenced Punch witness when the investigation is ongoing. Such interference at the stage of investigation is a mala fide attempt to ensure that the same is derailed and the question of truth is obstructed. Unquote. The NCB's sensational claim comes after witness Prabhakar Sahil had named Pooja Dadlani, claiming Narcotics Control Bureau agents had sought a bribe via Shah Rukh's manager.
आपने कितने नजदीक से देखा पूजा ददलानी को?
5 फीट की दूरी पे।
अच्छा, एकदम सामने देखा। किसके साथ बात कर रही थी वो?
किरण गोसावी, सैम और ये 3 जन आपस में बात कर रहे थे। मंत्रालय
की बातचीत हो रही थी?
शायद वही हो रहा था, नहीं तो वो क्यों आती थी वहां पर?
Kiran Gosavi, the witness who infamously took that selfie with Aryan Khan and who India Today tracked down, has denied the allegations.
नहीं सर, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है।
तो प्रभाकर ये इल्जाम आप पर क्यों लगा रहे हैं?
उसने मेरे से मतलब इनडायरेक्टली बोला था कि मुझे पैसा दो, नहीं तो मैं फिर पंचनामे पे जो साइन किया है उसके बारे में मैं कुछ बोल दूंगा। मैं बोला जो बोलना है वो बोलो, बाकी चीजें कोर्ट में देखी जाएगी।
In the midst of all the back and forth in the drug case, the NCB has now dragged in SRK's manager in the case as well. Pooja Dadlani has been Shah Rukh Khan's go-to person for years now. And there has been stoic silence from Dadlani on all the allegations against her.
While the NCB's strongest argument against Aryan's bail is the influencing of crucial witnesses, the narco agency has also put forth several other reasons in their detailed affidavit on exactly why Aryan Khan should remain at Arthur Road Jail even beyond the 19 days he has spent there. The NCB maintains that Aryan was in touch with several international drug peddlers, something that needs to be probed further. The agency has also reiterated that there is evidence that Aryan procured, transported and consumed narcotics. The NCB has also highlighted what it calls Aryan's link to the other accused, particularly friend Arbaz Merchant. The Narcotics Control Bureau is under fire over allegations of extortion and has now hit back with grave charges of Shah Rukh Khan's team attempting to hamper the drug investigation. In such circumstances, will the Bombay High Court grant Aryan Khan bail or rule in the Narcotics Control Bureau's favour? With Kamlesh Sutar, Saurabh Vakhtania and Divyesh Singh in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now remember, despite a strong team of lawyers representing Aryan Khan, there is also strong opposition, that from the Narcotics Control Bureau. Welcome back. Several big names of the Hindi film industry have felt the heat after coming under Sameer Wankhede's scanner since 2011. And there are many cases that are still awaiting a conclusion. But importantly, what will happen with this, again, another celebrity case, and all of this, remember, with the drug bust allegations. Take a look at this special story.
In normal circumstances, Sameer Wankhede would have been just another senior Narcotics Control Bureau officer, working in the shadows to bring down drug kingpins. But then, Wankhede is no ordinary NCB officer. After all, he's the man who arrested Shah Rukh Khan's son, Aryan. Again, Wankhede is no stranger to handling celebrities. In fact, his rise has been proportional to the cases he has handled. Wherever Wankhede goes, you can be sure headlines follow. In 2011, an airport customs department team headed by him stopped and interrogated Shah Rukh Khan at the Mumbai airport for carrying excess luggage. Wankhede ensured that SRK paid a fine of 1.5 lakh rupees before he left the airport. Actors Minisha Lamba, Anushka Sharma and Bipasha Basu were all detained at the airport in 2011 for alleged illegalities. There were other Bollywood bigwigs too who felt the heat after coming under Wankhede's scanner. Ranbir Kapoor, Katrina Kaif and singer Mika Singh were also stopped by Wankhede's team and paid fines for irregularities. Wankhede then moved out of airport vigilance to the service tax department, and his first big cases led to director Anurag Kashyap having to cough up a 60 lakh penalty for evasion. He also summoned actor Vivek Oberoi for evading service tax on 40 lakh rupees, which he received from producers. But Wankhede came into real limelight last year. As zonal head of Narcotics Control Bureau, he arrested Riya Chakrabarti over charges of consumption of drugs and her WhatsApp chats. Actors Deepika Padukone, Shraddha Kapoor and Sara Ali Khan were also grilled in connection with Riya's chats. Actor Arman Kohli was arrested by Wankhede's team on charges of drug consumption in August this year. But allegations by a Maharashtra minister have now cast some doubts over Wankhede's stunning results wherever he has gone. Questions are now coming up if he is a pliant officer who does hit jobs on celebs for money, or is he an upright officer out to clean up a dirty system? With Munish Pandey in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
But remember, tomorrow is going to be a big day because the Narcotics Control Bureau will want to go all out, possibly with evidence, and will push for the custody of Aryan Khan. So will it be bail or jail? We'll be returning with that tomorrow at 6 p.m. prime. For now, heading into a break and then coming up our special telecast on Sports News. Thank you for watching.